Welcome to Matters Financial and Geopolitical from a Frontier. Good morning from Nairobi. Let me start with macro thoughts. Firstly, Powell, Federal Reserve's chairman, Powell repeated that the US economy is in a good place. He said low unemployment, inflation near the Fed's 2% target. We've had some big events, some surprises like Brexit, and the system has been strong, he said. End of the year, I was reflecting upon what I was thinking for the following year, and I was bullish the dollar, very much in a minority. And I said, I'm increasingly in a minority, but I expect the dollar to strengthen about 10% in 2019. I also added, if the US economy slows, I can guarantee you the rest of the world will slow further. And that's exactly what we're seeing pan out. Bloomberg, in an about turn, said dollar is the best of a bad bunch, in a surprise turn for Wall Street, to my point. From the Reserve Bank of Australia to the European Central Bank, officials are acknowledging a rising tide of risks and shifting their monetary policy outlooks as a result. The upshot is, even with the Federal Reserve signaling that it's done hiking interest rates for the foreseeable future, foreign exchange traders increasingly see the US currency holding its own. Since the Fed's pivot last week, the dollar has gained about 0.5%, outpacing all of its group of 10 peers. The US is the best of a pretty bad bunch, James Athey, noting that the American economy remains on an upward trajectory. For the Eurozone, that story does not apply in the slightest. The underlying health of the economy from a structural and now a cyclical perspective is far, far, far weaker, he said, and that's the point. Wall Street has long expected a dollar slump this year. They're not going to get it. And the paradox, the dollar is gaining even though US yields remain low. If the market begins to price back in a Fed rate hike later this year, and I think there'll be 2 rate hikes, that would be the next leg for a dollar rally, and I think we'll get it even before then. Adam Mancini is saying that the dollar index is coiling up into a large symmetrical triangle for what should be a significant move. This pattern sets a new and possibly final high. I disagree with him on that. He's looking for 98. We're at 96.43. I'm looking for a move to 100 and then 105 and 110. The EU Council President, Donald Tusk, had extremely strong words for those who pushed for Brexit without planning for its consequences. Have a listen to what he said, a special place in hell.